I had never heard a scream like that in my life. It wasn't human. It came from the deepest part of her soul, like something inside her had broken for good. It started when Ayo married Kemi, a girl everyone in the village loved. They were the perfect couple, or so it seemed. But I knew better because I had seen something no one else did. Ayo wasn't faithful. He had another woman, Sod, and Kemi didn't know. At first, it seemed like a harmless fling, but the lies kept growing. Ayo would leave Kemi late at night, saying he was going to check on the goats or help his brother. But I saw him slip away to Sod's place instead. One night, Kemi found out. She must have followed him because when I heard her scream, it was already too late. I ran outside and saw Kemi standing in front of Ayo and Sod. Her face was twisted in pain, and in her hands, she held the necklace Ayo had given Sod. Ayo tried to talk, to explain, but Kemi wasn't listening. She shouted words I couldn't understand, her eyes wide and wild. Then she did something none of us expected. She reached into her bag and pulled out a small bottle. Everyone in our village knew what it was, juju. The moment she opened it, a wind blew through the trees, even though the night was still. Sod screamed, and Ayo collapsed on the ground, clutching his chest. Kemi just walked away, leaving Ayo shaking and gasping for breath. The next day, Ayo was gone, not dead, but missing. No one has seen him since. Some say the juju took him to the spirit world, where he would never find peace. Others think he ran away, unable to face what he had done. But I was there. I saw it all. And I'll never forget that scream. Weeks passed, and the village couldn't stop talking about Ayo's disappearance. Every day, the story grew, with new twists and rumors. Some said he had been cursed to wander the earth, never to rest. Others believed he had drowned in the river while trying to escape. Kemi, though, was a different person. After that night, she didn't speak much. She carried on like nothing had happened, going to the market, doing her chores, but something about her was off. Her smile was gone, her eyes dull. It was as if part of her had vanished with Ayo. One evening, I decided to visit Kemi. The village was quiet, and the sky was a deep orange as the sun set. When I arrived at her house, the door was slightly open. I stepped inside, calling her name softly, but there was no answer. Then, I saw her. She was sitting on the floor, her back to me, staring at something in her hands. As I got closer, I realized it was the necklace, the one Ayo had given Sod. It glinted faintly in the dying light. Her fingers were running over the beads, tracing them slowly, like she was lost in thought. Kemi, I whispered. She didn't turn around. She just kept staring at the necklace. I felt a chill run down my spine. Something wasn't right. I didn't mean for it to happen, she said, her voice barely above a whisper. I just wanted him to feel the pain I felt. I knelt down beside her. What did you do, Kemi? She looked at me then, her eyes hollow, empty. The juju. I thought it would just scare him. But something went wrong. I didn't know it would take him. Take him? I echoed, my heart pounding. She nodded slowly, tears welling up in her eyes. The spirits, they came for him. I saw them, in the wind. They took him, and now, he's trapped. I couldn't move. I didn't know what to say. Kemi's words hung in the air like a curse, heavy and dark. The juju wasn't just a scare tactic, it had done something far worse. Kemi dropped the necklace on the floor, and for a moment, I thought I heard a faint whisper, like the wind calling out Ayo's name. She stood up suddenly, her face pale, her body trembling. They're coming for me now, she said, backing away from me. I can feel them. I tried to reach for her, to calm her down, but she turned and ran out the door. I followed her, but by the time I got outside, she was gone. The forest loomed in the distance, dark and foreboding. I searched for Kemi for hours, but she had vanished, just like elle. The village elders sent a search party, but there was no trace of her. Some believed she had gone mad, running away to escape the spirits. Others whispered that the juju had taken her too, just as it had taken elle. I never saw Kemi again. Now, every night when the wind blows through the trees, I hear whispers. They say it's the spirits, calling for the broken souls who can never find peace. Elle, Kemi, and whoever else dares to break the sacred vows. And every time, I remember that scream.